Making bacon. We got her punch at the end of the battle. I'm happy. I also like how our item drop from the battle was a TNT drumstick. I was explaining earlier how all of Bowser's like drumsticks are all like different drumsticks, and that one's TNT. Sounds like the kind of drumstick that would just burn your mouth if you tried eating it. I believe we've already gone over how Bowser hates his vegetables, though.
Like how he gloats and then he's like, shut it. I want my castle back. That's why I'm here. I remembered why I was here. You know, really, what's preventing us from just punching his face in? I don't understand. He took your castle. He's right there.
Well, he said he was leaving, but he has a feast for us first. It seemed really suspicious. Bowser, you're absolutely positively 100% correct about it. A feast entirely prepared for Bowser. By the way, we are kind of forced in here. The boos are blocking the exit. So there's giant hams, giant fishes, giant hot dogs with gravy on them? Holy cow. And giant cupcakes or cakes, whatever you would call them. Anyway, since the only way forward is through all the food, why don't we go ahead and eat all the food? Once again, I really do think someone at Nintendo has to be obsessed with eating for this game to exist. Oh boy.
Is this like when they tried to kill Homer Simpson with a deadly eclair?
Well, in the case of Homer Simpson, he never stopped eating, and he just kept eating and eating and eating and eating and eating. But yeah, Bowser is being fed like a baby, just more and more and more and more and more food. It's kind of having an effect.
What gave you that idea?
But this isn't normal, but we must be just imagining things, Evil Pop-Tart. We're just kind of imagining that Bowser's getting even bigger, just not in the way from before.
Stop with the ham! No more!
How to keep Bowser from getting his castle back. Feed him, and cramming him with food. Because he can't get anywhere, that's how much weight he put on. He put on so much weight he fell through the floor.
Fat ass.
And now you know, and I'm gonna direct this comment to the one person in the comment section who keeps calling Bowser the best waifu. You wanna know the fastest way to Bowser's heart? It's through his gut. Hint, hint, person who keeps saying best waifu. Fawful is leaving. No, yeah, you fell right into his trap.
I like how the flying gumball just laughs at him, going, ha 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 ha! Yeah, we're gonna turn you back. How about you go on a diet first, fatty? Fatty McFat Fat.
So while Bowser is stuck in the floor of his own castle, it seems like a perfect time for us to start splunking around the place. A new place actually just opened up for us to splunk around called the Flab Zone.
We're gonna shoot some fat. We're gonna get a fat mini game where we get to blast his fat. Come on, tell me yes, please, just please.
I'm not even gonna tell you, because at some point, yes, Bowser does slim down, and I'm not gonna tell you how, okay?
I'm sure it will be through a mini game, though.
Yes, it's gonna be a mini game, and we'll call it Fat Blaster.
Exactly.
There's gonna be some micro globin going, kill me, I'm pure bad, Lord.
Oh, Bowser is stuck on the floor, and there's nothing that he can do. He should get a Game Boy. Actually, there was a promotion opportunity missed, Nintendo. You should have had Bowser have a Game Boy while he was stuck there. Or actually a DS at this time. So, while we're in the Flab Zone, we kind of have this bouncing flab stuff, and I'll explain it in a little bit because we have some new enemies. These enemies' names are called Tenderlings.
Gee, I wonder why they're called that, because maybe they look like tenderloin pieces? How do these fuckers have eyeballs? Seriously, how do they have legs? I don't understand this.
They're rolling balls of meat, and their tail actually is relatively easy. I was just not anticipating it when I started this battle. They'll either bounce really high and then they'll jump up and you do nothing, or they'll jump up only a little bit and then try to roll right forward into you. Once you know the tail, they are actually some of the easiest enemies to dodge in the game, in my personal opinion. But alongside the Tenderlings, we have these assholes. You see, they're a fire enemy, so obviously we shouldn't jump on them, but we're kind of on a bouncy floor where it's like impossible to engage this guy unless you jump on him. That's kind of difficult, but this other new enemy here, this enemy is called the calorie. It's like the word calorie, but it ends with an "ite" instead of calorie.
Don't care. Murder. Kill.
You don't think it's a pun? You know, the fact the guy's on fire and he's called Calorite? But yeah, intrinsically I wouldn't be too annoyed by this guy, but when he's out on the field, he's always on the flabby stuff, and it's like impossible to first strike him or hell not jump on him, so you start the battle jumping on his head and getting damaged. Anyway, because Mario kind of took a beating here, let's go ahead and get him healed up here for a little bit here. There we go. So I learned these little globin guys, if they let you save, the reason why they're saying it was a temporary save is because they won't be there in the future. But looks like we happen to actually enter into the right area of Bowser's body, because we finally found Peach hanging around the fat zone.
But fucking time, really?
Okay.
So now we know where the princess actually is. Half of our objective won't be just searching around here. It'll be to get the princess back.
As long as you don't have to lead her through the desert or some BS like that.
Oh boy.
You should just stay where the hell she is and we'll come get you when we're ready. Sit tight, shut the hell up.
Couldn't Luigi have told those were donut blocks? He's only seen them in like 10 adventures before this.
Well, him stumbling into that let us find Princess Lipid. You know, Lipid.
Not one of these things.
Oh god, kind of really? Is this how this is gonna work?
Give me the treasure, give me the treasure.
So yeah, she's like, did you drop the treasure chest or did you drop the brother? And before we can even choose, she says, you have chosen the treasure. What an impulsive choice. That's not what we really chose. Like, this thing is supposed to be like a fairy from Legend of Zelda, but we didn't even get a choice. You know, one of those fairies where you drop like your bow and arrow into the pond. It's like, did you drop this in the pond? And you can say yes. And he's like, oh, you are so honest. I will power up your bow and arrow. Too bad that can't happen to Luigi. Luigi gains 10 levels. But then they'd be off level and I'd be really angry. Here, I will power up your Luigi. Instead, we get a treasure of everlasting wonder? Okay. What do you think is in the treasure chest?
Money.
Money?
Probably one of the pieces of that thing we're collecting.
Attack pieces. Actually, glowy badges. We got 2 badges. So badges actually are, with the way they're used in this game, different than the previous Mario and Luigi games. The other thing that's in here, of course, is an enemy for us to check out our new badges. Now, I normally wouldn't skip a tutorial that explains an entirely new concept, but the game literally takes like 4 minutes to explain it, so I was like, no, I'm skipping it. So here's the deal. As you can see in the bottom of the screen now, Mario and Luigi have a little icon, and next to their icon it shows the badges that they're currently wearing. Each badge has a different effect. On Mario's end, it determines what happens, and Luigi's end, it determines how you charge it. Right now, we have a healing badge. That's the mushroom badge that we have right now. That'll heal you. And on Luigi's end, we can build up the badge by getting a good or better when attacking. So if we get a good, great, or excellent, the gauge will fill up a little bit on each end. Throughout the game, we're going to be getting different badges that have different effects. So on Mario's end, it could heal different things, it could do different things. And then on Luigi's end, we're going to get badges that'll be like get a great or better to fill up the gauge, or get an excellent to fill up the gauge, which will allow you to fill up the gauge faster, but you have to nail your attacks, actually. Oh, that was not worth it. What am I doing? 1 HP. Let's try that level up again. Oh. I should have reset the game at that point, honestly. Okay, but yeah, right now, with the current badges that we have, the badge gauge doesn't itself fill out all too fast. With some of Luigi's other badges, you can fill up the gauge faster, but you have to nail the attacks better. And we do get some other effects. But the healing effect that we currently have right now is normally a really good effect to just have on all the time, because you could pretty much imagine, hey, being able to heal in battle by building up a badge gauge is, for the most part, universally useful to us. It lets you save up on the mushrooms, you know, it feels kind of good that you're filling up the bar down there while you're filling things up, and hey, you can heal once you have it filled up all the way. Once you do have the bar filled up all the way, you can either just leave it filled up for until you're ready to use the effect, or, well, just use the effect so you can fill up the bar again. So you can save up an effect, but you can only save up one effect. If you try changing your badges, the badge bar goes all the way back down to empty, so you have to fill it up again. Anyway, part of the area where we're in, the Flab Zone, it's supposed to be laid out like a maze, and the idea the designers had to get through the maze is actually to talk to these guys, and these guys are going to Bowser Brain Train! It's supposed to be a quiz, and this one I will go ahead and do.
Like the sunglasses, don't give it away.
You see, notice how I was phrasing this? What you're supposed to do is ask these guys so you can figure out the way to go. This game has a map, and you can kind of tell by looking at the map which way is the right way and which way is the wrong way. To give an analogy, imagine if you were going through the forest in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, the Kokori Forest, you know, where you have to take the right path, but you actually have a map that just shows you the right path. Yeah, you kind of know your way through. And that's kind of what's going to happen here, is that we kind of have a map.
Talks to him? Seriously? Oh, by the way, notice the music in this part.
It's the tutorial music.
Well, it's also the Premier Mario theme.
I don't know about you, but if I just had something inside me saying, hey, it's me, hey, it's me, hey, it's me, I would be freaking out. Then again, Bowser's kind of stuck in the floor, so there's not much he can do about it. So for 5 coins, we can ask questions about Bowser, which essentially answers the quiz questions for us, actually. If we ask Bowser the question, he'll basically talk a little bit here, and then he'll actually give us the answers, basically, to the quiz questions we're about to get asked. Which is good, because sometimes if you go through this without actually asking Bowser what the answer is, you'll just run into a random question, which, who knows what the answer to it is. But yeah, we can ask him about his current body condition, where Bowser's like, I'm doing all right, other than that I'm in the floor. And he also says that his castle is awe-inspiring and awesome. And also there's a chamber full of treasure underneath it somewhere. he got from a giant golden baby. But then Fawful came in and ruined it all. I don't think... A treasure at the bottom of Bowser's castle. I wonder if we're going to run into that in the future. Anyway, we have to answer the questions correctly. If we flub this up, actually we get a random encounter battle, but if we get them all correct, we get 50 coins and we get told what is the right way. Anyway, as before, most of these questions, we can pretty much answer them, but then you run into a question like this where it's like, okay. Where you'd have to ask Bowser to know the answer there. Or in that case where it's like, well, okay. So yeah, finally he tells us you are supposed to take the red pipe forward. So let's go ahead and head up towards the red pipe. Here we go. Aw, Luigi!
And what if you don't take the red pipe?
So, I'll have to show off the map here, and I'll be showing it
God
off
damn
in
it,
a little
Luigi,
bit.
why do you keep doing that?
No, Luigi. Okay, this place is laid out like a maze. If we take the wrong path, we get dumped off somewhere, previous in the dungeon. It's not always the same area. It is different areas that you get dumped off at, whereas the right way allows you to continue moving forward. But here we can see that we have some invisible coin blocks that will allow us to continue on forward. And actually we've ran into another set of green and red pipes, where we could ask Bowser some more questions, but I don't know about you, but I don't really feel like it. I'm like, oh fudge, not another one of these. But like at this point I actually thought I took the wrong way, because this room looks really similar to the last room. They really should have spaced the guys out a little bit more than that. Like they do, but like these first two guys are right next to each other. So there should have been one room in between, you know? So here's the map. You can see where the right pipe goes and where the quote-unquote wrong pipe goes. The wrong pipe just goes into that room down there, and if I remember this map correctly, that room really doesn't go anywhere. It just has some enemies in it. So, ooh, we just got an equipment called the Pow Boots. I don't know about you, but that's awesome. Like right now I have the Pow Gloves on Mario, so if we switch on over to, well, let's give Mario the boots. Over to Luigi, he has nothing, let's give him some gloves. So now both of the Mario and Luigi have a power increase. There we go. As you know, more power, battles don't last as long. And that's what we want to see. There we go.
You know, I just thought of something. Wouldn't Bowser be feeling this like people jumping on his fat? Or whatever the hell that we're jumping on at the moment?
Well, it is called the Flab Zone. And you can see how I really tried there to just enter this battle normally, not first strike or anything like that, and I just couldn't. Straight up. But anyway, since I got that badge gauge filled up all the way, won't I go ahead and show off its effect? So, if we touch, you have to actually touch the screen, there isn't a button to activate it. So if we touch the screen, in this case we get healed up a little bit. The amount of healing is actually dependent on Mario and Luigi's max HP, so later on that does a lot more than it currently does right now. Don't think it'll always do like 10 or 12. That'd be kind of pathetic. Because mushrooms heal for 30 last I checked, and like, yes, you're at the end of the game, let's heal 10, 12 HP. You need to get better badges. Oh, there's a tornado over there. Can't do anything with the tornadoes yet. No! No! I want to do things with the tornadoes, but I can't. But anyway, since this is a good cutoff point here, once I figure out how to get up to that pipe up there, I believe we'll be ending the episode. So, but first, tornado, no, can't do anything with it. So, next episode of Let's Play Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, we're gonna be crawling around his fat a whole bunch more.
Yay! Fatness. Still want to see how we're gonna get this all siphoned out of us. I have a feeling I know what's gonna happen.
You'll see it next part.
Yes, I
You have
will.
something to look forward to. Next time on Let's Play Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, Mario and Luigi are going to chase after the princess, and Bowser will somehow lose a lot of weight overnight, or something like that, I don't know.
He's gonna
So-
go on a Pilates diet.
So for all you, weight loss fanatics out there, make sure you stay tuned.
If you want to learn how to lose weight overnight, join us next time. This has been Milesluigi. This has been
And the
Milesluigi.
old Pop-Tart.
And Higsby.
See you then.
Oh yeah.